What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning back in to Free Spawn Gaming Company. If you're new to the channel, I haven't really done gaming much. I found Ren, stumbled on his stuff, figured out that my life was not complete unless I reviewed every single one of Ren's videos, so that's what we're doing here today. We're reviewing a video called Ren-Penitence. Penitence. I have to say that word a few times. It's not a word that I say every day. Penitence. I googled the definition. It turns out that it is having regret or trying to repent for your past behaviors or sins. We're going to try to focus on the lyrics. We're going to really pay attention to Ren's message here. It is a video featuring Molly McKenna. I haven't heard of her, but I'm sure she's amazing. We're going to find out here shortly. But first, before you do anything, I'd really like it if you checked out this next video. I found it, I discovered this channel. It's a 2-minute video. I discovered this channel. It's called the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. But I saw this video and it blew my mind. It conveys what every creator, maybe even what every human feels right before they click on that upload button. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you just so you can jump inside of my mind before I bring you Ren's content. So bear with me, we're gonna go ahead and play this, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you comment below after you hit the subscribe button. But check it out, we're gonna pause our background music. And give me 2 minutes with this, and then we'll move on to Ren. Check it out.
You are unique. And there are 7 billion others just as unique as you. Each of us is different, with some new angle on the world. But what does it mean if the lives we're busy shaping by hand all end up looking the same? Easily replaced by 1,000 identical others. Vemodalen.
Vemodalen.
So we all spread out, looking for scraps of frontier, trying to capture something special, something personal. As if we're afraid of being captured ourselves. So quickly pegged for exactly what we are. So easily mistaken for someone ordinary, just like everyone else. It should be a comfort that we're not so different, that our perspectives so neatly align, that these same images keep showing up, again and again. It's all right if we tell the same jokes we've all heard before. It's all right if we keep remaking the same movies. It's all right if we keep saying the same phrases to each other, as if they had never been said before. The powerful play goes on, and you will contribute a verse. And you and I and 7 billion others will leave our mark on this world we've inherited. But if, in the end, we find ourselves with nothing left to say, nothing new to add, idly tracing outlines left by others long ago, it'll be as if we weren't here at all. This, too, has been said many times before. The powerful play goes on, and when you get your cue, you say your line.
I get the chills when I watch that. Either way, here's the Ren video. By the way, that was again the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. If you want to go check them out, they've got all kinds of really cool words, all kinds of really cool videos, and yeah, go check them out. Anyways, here is why we're all here. Ren-Penitence, featuring Molly McKenna. Let's see where this takes us.
Lately, I think I was over time in my chest, beating slower like the clouds, the color of them fading out, fading out. The heavy heart I carried went over your head.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to comment on this. This is exactly the thought bubbles in my head floating around it. They're almost like, in this video, they're kind of depicted as almost like those, if you look up at a blank wall and then you close your eyes and kind of open them, you can see the little floaty things kind of floating around in your eye. And they're almost impossible to get rid of. You have to keep messing around. You literally have to just convince your brain to do with them what it does with your nose. It just has to, you just have to not think about it. And then your brain will just make them slowly disappear after a few seconds. But if you try to focus on it, they're always there. You just ignore them. This couldn't be thought bubbles. This couldn't possibly be thought bubbles, but they're floating around like they're on an eyeball. What do the lyrics tell us? I'm sorry, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. I'm gonna zero in on this little moment here.
Fading out, the heavy heart I carried went over your head and over mine.
Oh, that reverb. It just... I love how anything Ren does, he uses reverb as its own instrument, its own... Like, it has this... Just listen to the reverb, like... It's not something that you hear. I mean, it is something that you hear, but it's moreover, it's something that you can feel. It just goes from your head, just shoots straight down your body. Me, anyways. I don't know. I might be a weirdo. Okay, and now that we're immediately going into the eye imagery, I might be onto something, folks.
I counted the days she left like a prisoner, etching markings on my skin with an old knife, scratching. You see, I wanted the physical to match the psychological, and yet no matter how hard I dug, I still could not match that pain. I longed for reasons, I sung with demons, I sat in a dark, dusty room, barely moving, breathing. I chewed through my own umbilical cord attached to her navel. I wanted to be separate.
I detached, I bit myself through her umbilical cord that was attached to her navel. To me, that's like, what's the word? Dependency and liberation. I'll keep going.
Oh, I think my mind is leaking.
His mind is leaking.
Solitude is so depleting.
I did it to myself. I know that you are faithful. I did it for my health. How come I'm still unstable? I'm falling far from hell. The suicidal angel who's lost my wings and fell, falling so ungraceful.
I think they're using that eye floater as symbolism. I think that it's something that's always there, but it's something that you have to ignore. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Vanished into hell.
I wish that I could stop crying. They say that the body is 70% water. I feel like I must have reduced mine by a considerable fraction. Newton's third theory states that for every action there must be an equal and opposite counter-reaction. And so I retrace my steps and try to find reasons in the arms of my demons, cause I can't find healing if I can't find meaning in conundrum. Leaning on my dom-nom, feelings how the news high, beaming when I hung from ceilings when I run from demons that are living in my head and escape fate and disapparate, evaporate, evacuate and inactivate fate. But it cut the brakes, now I'm driving my universe into a lake in the weight of the world, don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all a state. For goodness sake, a double take. But I don't want to eat that cake. I ruminate inside meaning to illuminate a dark mind. I communicate without speaking, and I've seen so much I went blind. I live in a lie with the lion inside. Living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry for my sanity, my sanity. I live in a lie with the lion inside. Living a lie with the lion inside of my mind. It's hungry and I don't know why. Pressure drop, deep breath, time stops. A broken, etc. ... Pressure drop, pressure drop, pressure drop. I feel it consuming, I can't stop. ... The lines join the dots and I'm tying knots. Then divide and multiply, square the root of pi, beat the puzzle. I try to keep my mind focused on the line. Hopscotch and pop rocks, I take shots of teardrops. When I drop a pill pop, I find peace and time stops.
Echo reverb just floating away. There's a lot to unpack here. What a beautiful take on what I'm guessing is your girlfriend cheating on you. It could be different. It might be different. It might be like he's vulnerable and he's in a situation where he, I don't know, maybe he got kicked out of his house or something. I don't know. But he's relying on this girl. And he never cheated on her. He's just doing him. And then maybe she cheated on him, and maybe this is a song about how she regrets it. And in the imagery of the floaties in the eye, that's a perfect analogy for her just constantly being there, but you have to ignore her because she's toxic. She's not the right person for you. I could be wrong. That's just what I'm taking from this. So that's my reaction, folks. If you like my reaction and want to hear more, please go back to my other content. It seems my high-end video is blowing up 10K views. That's crazy. Everything else I put on is like 200 or 300. I'm not complaining, but I really think more people should hear this stuff. If you're not hearing it already, definitely more people should hear other people react to it, because like, how else are you going to relive the very first experience you had, if not to share it with others? So maybe I'll put this out, maybe I'll re-record it. I don't know. I don't like re-recording. I don't like editing. Things will change. Soon enough, I'm going to be editing thumbnails. I'm going to be taking more than 1 or 2 or 3 takes of a video. Maybe I'll splice other things together. But maybe I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I don't know. That was a lot to take in. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. It's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. And again, the music that I used here was the Hip Hop Instrumental Beats Mix 2022. We're going to go ahead and sign off using that music. So thank you again. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.